leaders of China, Russia, and India are putting their friendly relationship on full display. Chinese President Xi Jinping is hosting world leaders for a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin could all be seen holding hands and smiling in front of the cameras there. CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd joins us now for more on this. Sam, good to see you. Happy Labor Day. What message does this sort of friendly meeting between these leaders send to the West?
Well, this group of Putin, Modi, and Xi is less a circle of friends and more a club of convenience. These three leaders are realigning against the U.S. and the U.S.-led liberal democratic order. We know that Russia and China for years have been working to undercut U.S. influence around the world. At the same time, India has been both a friend and partner of the United States and also a friend and partner of Russia. India and China have a more complicated relationship. However, in light of President Trump's imposition of tariffs on India and the unpredictability of his relationship with India, we are seeing India balance away from the United States and more towards Russia and China.
What message may Modi be trying to send Trump at this very important moment between the two countries?
I think it is unlikely that Modi is trying to signal that he's going to walk away from the United States. The U.S. is India's largest trading partner. What Modi is probably trying to signal is that he does have other options. India and Russia have historically been quite close for decades. India and China have had disputes, particularly when it comes to their 2,400-mile border. But India and China more recently have seen a thaw in tensions, and Modi is likely trying to signal that if relations with the United States sour, he can turn further into Putin and Xi's embrace and away from the United States.
So while all of this is happening, Sam, we know European officials are now saying that Russia is suspected of jamming the GPS navigation on a plane that was carrying the head of the EU. If this is true, this is huge. What's your sense of the validity of that claim?
Well, it would be unsurprising for Vladimir Putin to at least instruct or at least condone his intelligence services from harassing a foreign government official. Russia just does not recognize international law or international norms. And we know that Russia has very advanced cyber capabilities. So while this would be horrifying and disastrous, it would be unsurprising in light of Russia's past malign behavior, as well as its advanced capabilities to engage in this kind of activity.
Okay, Sam Vinograd, thank you.